Chaska, putting them side by side. Excuse me, but can I say an F-bomb? Who the does that? I mean, really? I mean, you're really doing that? I have no time for it. I don't care if it's a friend of mine that did it. That's absolutely stupid. Now, let's get more focused here on the attention of what we have at hand. First of all, I got the Let's Play Hockey jacket on for my boy, Brian Zolman. He does a great job with that edition, and the book's looking, or the paper's looking really good. We're going to be putting together a tournament preview guidebook this year. Did you know that?
Yes, you told me that last night.
Looking very forward to that. You'll get that at the Let's Play Hockey Expo. I'm sure Tradition Companies right there will be a part of it. Don't forget about them. Hey, does it come in backwards on the phone? You know how it does that?
Half of our viewers can probably still read it, though.
Half.
Smart people.
The ones that have teeth?
Everybody can. I was just making a bad joke. See, that's bad timing on my part. No rewind button on these either.
Really, it's not, is there? Getting real close on you there, buddy.
You want to see what I had for lunch?
So yeah, what do we got there? So anyway, there's all sorts of goodies hiding in there. Fact of the matter is, we got about 8 minutes left for this game. Check us out at the mnhockey.tv. Red Knights have lost 2 in a row. Got beat by a Eden Prairie team that was very good, and then again last night against a very good Chaska team, which has absolutely every reason to think and believe that they could win a section. They're going to be taking on a very good Minnetonka team. So we'll have a Benilde St. Margaret's team that'll have Jackson Bassan back in the lineup. They missed number 8 last night quite a bit, and for the sophomore, he brings a lot of energy and absolutely provides them the depth that they're going to need. Carson Limesand will be asked to respond again tonight. I thought he played pretty darn well last night. They didn't lose because of the goaltending, that much we can tell you. You got to stay out of the box. It's going to be a heavy St. Michael Albertville team. Don't forget about Luke Leyland leading the way there. Corey Leyland's kid is quite the player.
And Benilde, take care of the puck in your own zone tonight.
Randy Kellogg, would you like to sponsor this production? Phil Myro, my God, there's a name from the past. The former Red Knight. Unbelievable. See that?
Yeah.
Shaggy Courtney, they're all checking in. We're getting them from everywhere here. So anyway, that's going to do. Let's spin it around here and get you tuned in here. There's the rec center, all ready to go. Got the Red Knight logo there. Let's see, whose numbers are retired? You got Alberts up there, Schumann, zoom in, Bessie, Chabby, and of course, Kelly Panic, the most recent one there. We got the Red Knight banners there. They're working that. Hey, there's my guy, Ken Pauley. Let's see, where are you, buddy? Where is he? There he is. Working his way to the bench. I'll be doing a podcast tomorrow with the Red Knight Knights. His daughter Carolyn is a part of that edition. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about. But I'm going to be figuring out. We're going to turn it around here and get faced off here pretty quick. Thanks for joining us here tonight. So long, everybody. Oh, wait. Carson Limesand is in goal tonight, Pat Milan. He will get the nod in goal, and he's a good one. He's a beauty. So long, everybody. If you're listening to us live, we were doing a little Facebook Live bit. I had the headset on. We see you're already loading us up online. Thanks a lot for joining us here tonight. That's kind of been the latest thing I've been doing here, driving everybody crazy on Facebook with my product. Bart Archer, we're going to have to wiggle down so
I'm good with it.
So the Red Knight
I'm coachable.
Production staff can get it done. Patrick Lilia is going to be on camera. I got to find him somewhere. He's by the snacks. Oh, there's my guy, TK. Tom Klein in the house. Nobody better than Tommy Klein. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this game, Bart. I think it's going to be a good one.
Well, I do too. In fact, you have a very motivated Benilde St. Margaret's team dropping 2 in a row, as we said earlier. One to Eden Prairie 4-2, and then one to Chaska last night. Chaska, that was a winnable game. They kind of gave it to Chaska to a certain degree, gave them the opportunities, and good teams cash in on those, and that's exactly what they did. But this Knights team from STMA they have some players that can play. I wonder about the depth a little bit, so the secondary scoring might have to come into the roost for Coach Jeremiah Johnson, but they certainly have a lot of frontline players that can put the puck in the net in a hurry.
They sure do have some frontline players that can do just that, Bart Archer, and we'll keep our eyes on them for you, our eyes and ears on them, the Red Knights, and it's a brutal game because you got the Red Knights and the Knights.
Yeah,
it's
a night game, Pete.
So I'm very solid. So I'm just going to be going with STMA for St. Michael Albertville. I'm just going to call them STMA. And I'm going to go Red Knights for the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights. How's that? Does that work for you?
It works for me. I'll probably be all over the place, but that's nothing unusual.
That was kind of an emotional, fired up deal.
Well, and I understand. I haven't been on Twitter all day today.
Well, I mean, look, here's the thing. It's really easy to hide behind your keyboard and be a smartass.
Right on.
It's really easy to sit there and have all the opinions in the world and tell everybody how it is, and you haven't done anything. And then it's another thing to start talking about kids who are kids who make mistakes. That's a problem.
And it's not the first time it's happened. It's not the last time it's going to happen. It's just something that comes with the game of hockey.
There is zero place, I don't care who you are, for parents down by locker rooms in that situation. And that did occur last night. I got that from the Red Knight staff, and that fired me up, and I brought it up because it is wrong. I don't care what the situation is. Take care of your kid and shut up.
And we've been seeing that a little bit more lately, and it's
bizarre.
Horribly unfortunate. And just it's an emotional game. Even everybody, even the fans, the parents get emotion, but you have to keep those in check. Set a good example for the kids.
Let's have your national anthem. We're going to be facing it off here from the Rec Center. Can't wait for this one. We get the band here tonight.
Adds a good vibe.
Well, it does. It adds a little extra oomph to the product, if you will. So starting in goal for the St. Michael Albertville Knights, entering this game at 12-8-3, is going to be Blake Marhula. And in goal for the Red Knights of Benilde St. Margaret's is going to be Carson Limesand. For Marhula, he's 11-8-3 on the season with a 2.98 goals against average. He has an .895 save percentage. Meanwhile, for Carson Limesand, on the season, he is 10-7-2 with a 2.88 goals against average and an .896 save percentage. Career now 27-16-2. He's just a sophomore, and he's played that many games. Tip of the cap to the young Carson Limesand, who plays as well as anybody. Johnny Vitale will be backing him up in goal, and Aaron Locke, the sophomore for STMA, will be backing up Marhula.
Peter was Carson Limesand that got the start when they played STMA last year to open the season. But he's come a long way since then. He showed good skill and good talent back then, but he just keeps getting better and better. But he was one of the reasons why Benilde St. Margaret's had a chance in that game. It just seemed like they were misfiring. They had good offensive zone presence, but just in their own zone they struggled, and we'll look for that to be cleaned up tonight. But a very important factor to watch tonight as far as the success and failure of the Red Knights.
Leyland and Gay to take the draw. Leyland for STMA, Gay for the Red Knights. And it's going to be STMA to send that one in wide of the mark as Limesand will set up for Schweitzer. Bumps off the boards. Here comes Callahan. He had a terrific game last night. Gay now plays that through a pair of wickets at center. Leyland touches that one over to the right wing for Nate Swenson. Back over for a quick shot, a rebound. Oh, and two big saves made there. And Limesand is tested quick and early. I think Flaming was on that one as well.
Well, it was a good turn of events for the Knights. They turned and fired. It was Swenson that came into the zone, but Limesand once again picks up his team. Both teams trying to get a little bit of their legs under them, but we're just 22 seconds into this period and already a good quality scoring opportunity for St. Michael's of Albertville.
Here come the Red Knights out of their own zone now. Jet Johnson, he's going to have Marshall, had a big goal last night. Here he comes in on goal. Oh, what a feed that was, looking for Messenberg, and that was stopped by Marhula along the way, and that's going to be offside at the line. Let's see if we can pick up. Look at that little backhand. He's trying to find Messenberg off the side of the net. And fortunately for the Knights of St. Michael Albertville, the goaltender Marhula was able to get the right pad out to stop that feed.
Yeah, pretty athletic save on that one, but nice answer by the Red Knights to come right back down and put some pressure on the goaltender. So might be a wide open game tonight, Pete. We might see a lot of end-to-end action, which I'd be looking forward to.
Kind of have that feeling. There's a quick slap shot, blocker pad save. Limesand repels that one from Riley Olhoff up and out of play with 16-12 to go. We're still within the game's first minute.
Well, a good indicator for goaltending is how they handle the first shot and how they handle the first challenging shot. But the first one, a little ollie, but he kept the puck out of the net. That one, with a lot of confidence, just ramped that one up and out of play with the blocker. So a lot of confidence in Limesand tonight so far.
Back in behind the net. Schweitzer now looks long ahead to the neutral. Johnson was there. That gets away from the stick of Peterson. Now it's going to be Marshall backpedaling in his own zone. To the right side it goes for Callahan. He's watched on the play by Schultz. Now in down comes Peterson from the left side, but Marshall gathers in and plays this one back up across center ice, who he hits his own man Messenberg in the wicket with that one right off the toque. Or is it tuck?
Toque.
Now it's going to be Messenberg. There's a redirect. What depends upon your point of view. Now back up to center it goes.
I just gave you mine.
Yeah, that's where we're going. Johnson's pass was stopped on the play there by Kelly. Kelly plays it left wing side for Driver. No relation to former New Jersey Devil Bruce Driver.
Mark it on the time clock.
I
was waiting. You got it out of the way early. Well done, though.
Now it's going to be Ham. Boy, what a defenseman. He was subtly a point producer. Bischel crossed the line from the right wing side. He's going to be stopped on the play there as he tried to feed that one to the slot area. And now it's going to be picked up by Driver again. Now it's going to be handled from the right corner by Bischel. Bischel leaves off. Here's Mortensen, big physical player. Plays with energy and tempo. Shot by Foley was blocked, but there's Mortensen to guide it back into the corner. Brown was there to the left wing through center. Now Schweitzer taps that one right back into STMA turf. Delayed offside on the Red Knights as they'll whistle that one down. We'll bring it back outside of the neutral zone.
Well, it was Mortensen that had control of the puck along the end line, and it was Asher Conley in front. A nice centering pass, but Conley didn't have a stick down low enough, and by the time he got a stick down, the puck was by him. If you're in that scoring area, keep your stick on the ice and expect the puck. That way you can go ahead and just react and put a shot on goal.
14:37 to go here in the first period. It's going to be Limesand to set up behind the net. Callahan better hurry with pressure from Swenson. Now it's going to be handled in the corner by Charlie Warner. Looks back for Callahan. He has no room as Leyland takes the angle. Terrific play there by the center iceman. Now Gay, though, fights it through the neutral. He has Warner just offside at the line as they're going to play that one back out to the center ice area.
Well, I think Charlie Warner could have held up a little bit. I think he tried to cheat a little bit on that one. It was Cooper Gay that tried to gain the zone, and he was in a good stride, but it was Warner that got a little excited on that one, just preceded the puck into the zone. 14-19 left in this first period. Good pace so far. We're still scoreless.
Face-off play to the bench area. Handled now by Schweitzer. Looks to his right. Going to hang on to it. Leaves off for Callahan. Callahan with it. Now Schweitzer plays to the left wing on the tape. Gay with it across the line. He better let her rip there as he had a man closing on him. And Couette, he had a chance there, but that was turned aside by Marhula. Now back through center, it's Connor Couette with it. To the left wing for Swenson. Swenson plays to the corner. Couette looks back out to the slot for Flaming. And now it's going to be back the other way. Warner to center. He'll get it back. Ooh, that was Barr on that one, but Leyland comes away with it. Boy, is he a slick, skilled player. Now it's stepped up by Callahan, finds Warner with room. Warner loads it up off the side of the post. Had the goaltender beat to the catch glove side. Boy, the JV goalie was something. If he was that good, they must have some real goods up at the varsity level because he was a difference maker.
Well, not only did he save everything, but he put the rebounds in safe areas or held on to it, so very impressive.
Who was in goal for them? Olhoff was in goal for STMA. Man, was he good.
Well, I don't think the Benilde goalie was that bad either.
Simon Goodmanson, a great player, had him in the Hopkins program. Good to see him getting some minutes up top here. Now Johnson plays it for Sarsland across line. Johnson offside at the line. straddled, albeit momentarily, but not enough. 12:55 to go in the first. We're scoreless.
Well, that's just a scab in my world. It's just you have to pay particular attention.
A scab?
Well, it's just you have to pay particular attention to stay on sides. Otherwise, you limit what could have been a pretty good scoring opportunity. That's 2 times in the last minute that Benilde's kind of hasn't been their best friend. They just have to pay particular attention to stay on side, keep the forward thrust moving.
Back in the corner it goes.
I got a little chip on my shoulder tonight, I think, tonight, Pete.
I don't think I gave it to you. Well, it's funny. I saw Chris Myro. I mentioned him. I said Phil. I was thinking I made him a combo between 2 Facebook friends, Phil Miro and Chris Myro.
You morphed him.
You can't make it up. He's probably still laughing, going, Wags. Already forgot my name, and that was like 10 years ago. Now it's going to be handled by Marshall. Misses the mark with Sarsland. Gets it to center. Nice little play there. Kelly, glass, and in it goes as the STMA Knights will have to step on side. Foley has his shot blocked by Esterberg. He'll be stopped by Sarsland. Comes away with it. Oh, tripping penalty coming up. That will be no doubt about it.
No, right in front of the referee, but it's going to be Blake Esterberg, the junior forward for this Knight team. Now it's going to put the Red Knights on the power play, 18.2%. Success rate on the power play. That's something that is a little unusual for a Ken Pauley coach team. They certainly have the wherewithal to make that number bigger. They're going to get an opportunity to do that now, but a pretty formidable 82% penalty kill for St. Michael Albertville.
STMA.
Matt, well, I've worked up there for like 20 years, and I've never had a problem
just
with
launched
it.
the STMA acronym.
We'll go with that. It'll be a lot easier. But great chance for the Red Knights to get on the board.
Indeed it is, Bart. Red Knights enter this game ranked number 8 in the most recent rankings. After the 2 losses, I'm sure they're going to dip a little bit. Marshall with it. I'm going to share something with you in a break that I heard from Coach Richard Patino today that I thought was quite interesting, and it should fit in for a lot of these teams about how you look at things. And oh, there's a feed looking for Leyland. That one missed from Flaming. Now it's going to be Messenberg. He has open ice. He's dangerous here. To Mortensen to the right wing side. He tried to get that one deep. Now Marshall gives it some help. Messenberg to Mortensen to the backhanded. A nice save made there. Marhula shuts the door. Shot in the blocker pad. Save turned aside. That off the stick of Callahan. And quickly over from the right side, it was Couette to play that one deep into the Red Knight zone with 1:02 to go in the man advantage. Schweitzer, left wing on the tape. Messenberg for Callahan. Into the corner it goes. Callahan hangs on to the puck. Now Mortensen will have it. Back up for Callahan. Leaves back over. There's a shot that deflects over the top of the net. Mortensen has it. Plays back up for Callahan. He loses the handle.
Be careful.
And now Peterson was there as he's going to dump that one in. And you're right, they impeded the progress there for Peterson. And they're going to get whistled down for the infraction.
Wow, it was a second effort on that one by Callahan. First one I think he got away with, but then he went back to the well one more time, and the referee decided to call that. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for another 33 seconds, barring another penalty. But there's a lot of room out there. Both teams have good speed, so it should be mildly exciting, but it's going to be a hooking penalty in the neutral zone. The puck just danced him a little bit, and he had to make a decision. And he's going to spend 2 minutes in the box and feel shame, but it should be kind of fun for 4-on-4 for 33 seconds.
Foley plays back behind for Tristan Sarsland. Looks up to the right wing with the 4-on-4, as Bart said, for now about 25 seconds. Warner finds Foley. Had Jet Johnson. Hangs on to it, though, as he takes it deep in front. They nearly had Jet Johnson from the low slot area. Sarsland keeps at the line. Looks to the outside. That hits Johnson on the way in. Turns that through. Oh, what a save by Marhula. Shuts the door on Warner. Nice feed from Johnson out of the corner.
Great side-to-side by the goaltender.
Now it's the Knights with it. Brown of STMA plays that to center. Lemire was there. Now it's power play time for STMA for another 1:18. 9:50 to go in the period, and we're scoreless here from the rec center in St. Louis Park. Got a big one coming up on Thursday night, Eden Prairie and Edina, the crosstown rivalry. That's always a lot of fun between those two clubs. Back in across the line, Flaming is there. I've been saying his name pretty much all night long. Up to the line it goes. It's Swenson with it. Quick touch pass. Leyland gets it back. He'll walk down low to the backhand to the front. Oh, nice save by Limesand. Wow. Extended the left pad. That was athletic. Now it's Couette with it. Top of the left circle for Leyland back up high. Couette's going to walk. Draws in 2 players. Leyland now, they're forced to keep it high and wide. Tucked down the wall. Good rotation by both clubs, actually. That was pretty textbook there. Sent back into the STMA zone.
I like the aggressive penalty kill by Benilde. They're bringing 3 guys out, leaving 1 man in front. But as you said, good rotations. They covered that gap pretty quickly. But good puck movement by this Knight team.
At center ice, it's picked off. Look out! Jammed on the play was the Red Knights' Brady Yakish. Tough freshman defenseman. Across the line with Flaming. He's watched by Foley, rings it hard with 2 to go in the power play. Back up to the line it goes. They'll find their man. A little move there by Swenson. Shot on goal. Glove save and a beauty. Ooh, was that a good one.
Boy, Limesand's made probably 4 very, very good challenging saves tonight so far. 2 of them have just been on the PK, but that was glove side, and he took that from the right hash, and he let it go, but it was a good glove save by the Benilde goaltender. Here you can look at it. He just dangled, made some space, and let a good rocket out. But flash in the leather was Limesand. 8:29 left in scoreless first period. We're 5-on-5.
Off the draw again. Limesand has had to make about 2 or 3 big ones so far. And his counterpart, Blake Marhula, has had to as well. 2-on-2 from the wall. Now it's going to be Bischel with it. Gets it back over to the right corner for Callahan. Plays that one rink wide for Foley. Ahead he goes. They'll try to find their man. Backpedaling. Bischel goes down on the play, and it gets chopped up into the bench area and out of play.
Well, pretty athletic play by Bischel to even get a stick on that one. It seemed like the puck either hit some snow or stopped, but Bischel kept going. But he did a nice job of corralling it back up, but up into the STMA bench. So faceoff's going to be outside the STMA zone. But it's been a nice wide open game, good pace to it. Both teams seem to bring energy and come to play. I was kind of worried about the back-to-back for Benilde, but it looks like they're just picking up with a pretty good rhythm going on tonight. Playing
It's no different than the tradition in the Park Holiday Classic.
Correct, and that's a good litmus test on that one. But they're playing more responsible tonight, it seems, in their own zone.
Messenberg goes rink wide. Ooh, that one nearly caromed in back behind Marhula. And now they'll work it back up with Schultz to the right wing. Peterson comes over. He'll play that one back into Red Knight territory as they look up ice. Schweitzer, the smooth skating defenseman, up to the talented Blake Messenberg. To the corner he goes. Messenberg had a terrific game last night against Chaska. He does every night. And they'll turn this one back up ice off a skate. Now it's Flaming with it back into the corner. Looks back to the high slot. Leyland has shot another big save by Limesand. He's playing huge. Stick save, turned aside, back into the corner. Now it's going to be Sarsland for Johnson. Try to bump the boards out of the zone. That's knocked down by the defense. And off the stick of Couette, who's going to chase back into his own zone. He's got Reed Brown with him, who's going to head to the bench. Watching Couette is going to be Marshall taking over as Gay. He gets a stick on that one. Played out of the air by Swenson. And back into the STMA zone it goes with Cody Kelly. He'll be watched by Gay. Kelly's bumped on the play. Looks to play the puck through. Back behind the net it goes. Leyland was there. Now they'll outlet to the left wing side for Swenson. Rink wide off the wall for Kelly. Back in behind the net. Limesand's going to set that one up. Now it's Callahan. Gets away from a check from Swenson as he rings the boards to the right wing side. Stick in there by Couette. Now they'll work it in across the line. That's going to be Miller with it. Back in behind the net. Gets underneath the stick of Limesand. It's going to be Callahan now. Nice job to get away from an oncoming checker as it's going to be pinned up against the boards. They'll toe the line in front. There's a shot. Limesand the save. A quick chance by Lemire. Red Knights now to the right wing boards. Warner ahead he goes to Callahan to Gay. Now it's going to be Barr. Plays that one back in behind the net. Callahan gets there from the corner. Barr looks out front. Warner reaches, shoots. Oh, a nice little setup there. And a big save made by Marhula. Squared up on that one. Quite neat.
Well, Bard sent the puck in deep. Red Knights came up with it, and then they fired it back out to Charlie Warner. He put a good shot on goal, but Marhula did a nice job coming out and challenging him. It was a one-on-one battle. Marhula won that one. 5:53 left in the first period. Benilde St. Margaret's doing a very stout job of defending their blue line tonight.
Sent back to center off the pinch. Yakish checked that was Schweitzer. Yakish now comes away with it. Up the middle to Mortensen. Look at that pass. Mortensen, stick check there, bothered by Kelly. Mortensen again, he's bothered on the play. Now Bischel fights off a would-be checker. Nice strength. He's going to draw the penalty. Back in behind the net. Lemire's going to go, and there's your whistle.
Well, that's what Everett can do. He just didn't quit on the play, and he forced Lemire to put his stick under his arm, pulled him down, or at least interrupted his stride. Referee right on top of that one. But now another power play for Benilde St. Margaret's, and what they have to do is not take a penalty during this one and get some offensive time. It's been a little while since they've been down there and sustained some pressure, so great opportunity for this Red Knight team to get back into an offensive rhythm.
Messenberg will take the draw, that with Joey Robinson. Second power play for the Red Knights. Marshall, now Schweitzer, better hurry, he's got pressure. Gets it to Marshall. Back up to Schweitzer, works it rink wide for Callahan. Quick mitts there. Now it's going to be Marshall, top of the right circle, down they go. Marshall again, he's going to work it, the one-timer. Schweitzer scores! What a feed, what a goal.
Well, and I really like the way that STMA was defending. They were getting on the puck in a hurry. But Benilde St. Margaret's had some nice, efficient puck movement, getting it to the area, and they got it to Schweitzer. And he scored last night, scored again tonight early in this game. Just 5:10 left in the first period. Benilde on the power play has a 1-0 lead. And for Schweitzer, it's his 9th goal of the season, 4th on the power play. Big goal for the Red Knights.
Marshall will get one of the assists. Wow, that's a nice puck wired in there.
It was a laser. But we'll wait for the official score.
Well, what I liked about that shot is he didn't wind up with the big 12-6 Randy Carlisle blast, you know, and get it right up over the earlobe.
The big long swing.
Messenberg gets the second assist on that one. Bar, you got Craig Roberts here with all your stats.
That's why I'm not worried about.
You no worry.
I'm good, Pete.
There's a puck that shot, flared it with the glove there for Lime Sand. He hangs on.
And Messenberg got a couple helpers last night on their 2 goals. He had 2 assists, so that trend is continuing. But it was Schweitzer from Marshall and Messenberg on the power play. 4:17 to go. Expect a pushback from STMA. That's what good teams do. And just saw an example of that. Now the Red Knights have to win this faceoff, chip it out of the zone. But I have a feeling we're going to see more goal scoring. There's been some great chances, but both goaltenders have shown up to play tonight.
Yeah, they certainly have. You got to keep, you got to get traffic deflections and all sorts of noise to beat goalies that are playing well, and you can't give up. Foley, Gay takes it on his off wing as he's got some strength and speed, try to muscle his way to the goal mouth area, wraparound attempt that's turned aside, repelled by the defense. Now they'll work it back up ice with Esterberg. He's stopped by a couple of Red Knights. That's Warner that was joined by Yakish. That misses the mark up high by Olaf. To the line, it's going to be controlled by Kelly. Back in behind the net, Esterberg with it. Esterberg will be checked, and now it's Sarsland to the corner for Barr. Barr waits for it, gathers it in, sends one to center, misses the mark on that one. Let's see if it has enough for an ice, and indeed it does. 3:29 to go in the period. And it's 1-0 Red Knights.
Well, a nice answer, as I said, by STMA coming back, really bottling up the Red Knights, but Barr with a cross-ice pass, missed the mark, went all the way down, so faceoff's going to be to Lime Sand's left. 3:29 left in the first period, but holding a 1-goal advantage.
From the corner it goes to the left of Lime Sand, and the Red Knights come away with it. Schweitzer plays it for Callahan. He'll walk from the corner. Up the line he goes. Bischel stays strong on that, gets some help from Mortensen. Now it's going to be Callahan, the big shot. Ouch, right off the shin there of Lemire. No worse for wear. Quick touch pass. Now Callahan from the top plays it to the near side for Mortensen. Wrister right into the midsection. And that was hung on to and handled by Marhula.
Well, and then it was Bischel that was looking for the follow-up opportunity. That's what you want to do, is be there. But Marhula did a nice job of not only making that save, but controlling the rebound. STMA is going to have to block out with the Red Knights hovering for a second chance. They have to block out, give their goaltender a chance, if indeed he can't corral that puck. But so far he's done a great job of that so far. Face off to his left.
Many of you already know the Knights of STMA and the Bison of Buffalo joining the Lake Conference coming up next year, as that conference grows from 5 to 8 teams, or 7 teams. Boy, Edina Public Schools math for you there.
Don't blame them.
Who else do I got? Our Lady of Grace? I don't know. Swenson back in behind. Beckstrom misses Stifter.
Wagner?
No, you never take blame, do you? Big check thrown. That's a good one, Bert Archer.
I'm just kidding.
Now Leyland, of course, gets away from Callahan. Strong on the puck with speed. Tried to work it off the side of the cage, and he was stopped, the junior. That gets through everyone to center ice. It goes. It's going to be Beckstrom with it. Turns it back up ice. Long pass. Deflected in by Peterson. Wide of the mark it goes. It's Yakish putting on the brakes. He has Messenberg. Finds it anyway. Nice job off the deflection from Peterson. Now Marshall across the line. And back down the corner, Esterberg is there. Marshall had it momentarily. And now they're going to load it up to the neutral zone off the stick of Olaf. To the boards it goes. Marshall comes away with it, playing with more and more confidence as the freshman. Ooh, he has Messenberg. Oh, nifty play. Messenberg shot and a save. Messenberg had a reach back. I've said you can pass pucks well and be considered a good player. It's how you catch passes that makes the difference. Messenberg, they're offside at the line. Wow, what a play that was on the breakaway.
Well, very athletic. It was a good job to just get the puck into his area, and if you can get the puck into Messenberg's area, he's going to come up with the puck, but he used his skates to push it up, and he got a pretty good shot on goal, but Marhula did a nice job of flashing the left pad out and keeping that puck out of the net. But trying moment for STMA, but they dodged that bullet. But Messenberg, it's like he looks for traffic because he has the capabilities to dangle his way in a phone booth.
Puck is sent in wide of the mark.
I use your phone booth line.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't even notice it. Probably because I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
No, the puck is played
Normally
back.
Just say Indeed.
That is code for what the hell did you just say?
Right, Indeed,
back
Bart Archer.
Indeed. That is when I don't know, for those of you that know. Now it's Leyland with it. That's a little trade secret
right.
for us.
A little hometown knowledge
Oh,
for you.
God. Messenberg now. Stopped at the line. Good intensity by Swenson there to deny.
Yep.
Now it's going to be Marshall. Ooh, he wanted to kind of pull the defense with him. There's Johnson. Scores!
Boy.
Oh, he goes shelf. That thing was in and out in 2 seconds. It's 2-0 Red Knights with under a minute to play.
Wow, we know that Marshall's going to get an assist on that one, but he did a lot of the yeoman-like work.
Look at that right there.
Oh! Down low.
How's she going?
But a nice little delay and a drag on that one. Changed the angle, but the lively end-wall boards came out, and it was Jet Johnson that finished that play off. And for Johnson, that's goal number 9, but what a big goal it was for him. Now it's 2-0, a goal under a minute. Not really what Coach Jeremiah Johnson and the staff want, but they have to get back on the horse and start riding again. But Benilde St. Margaret's has some serious energy going into the locker room. If they can close out this period feeling pretty good about their game. And the band plays on.
It's a very nice response for a first period for the Red Knights. I think one of the things that Ken Pauley and I spoke about today on the phone was getting them to play a complete game. The third period has been somewhat troublesome for them of late. There's Bassan with the puck offside as the play. Bassan's coming off the influenza. He was rocked like most people have been with that thing, and so.
Well, and that's a tough recovery too, because it takes a while before you get your strength and energy back. But it's good to have him back in the roost once again.
Sent in with 24 seconds to go. Couette's there. Gay jams him.
Ooh, better hurry.
Now it's going to be Sarsland. Nice, cool play there by the freshman. Very veteran-like. Now across the line. Backhander, that's going to be gloved. That would have been wide of the mark by Woodford.
Wow, nice transition, though. It was Sarsland that did a nice job. There were two STMA players with speed coming down. He just chipped it off the board, and then Red Knights turn it back up. And that's what the Red Knights can do. You have to pay attention to that and face off in the right. Just 11 seconds left in this period.
Foley watches his man Flaming with it as he plays that wide of the mark. Sent up to the left wing for Gay, protects it, and that does it for the first period. And what a good one it's been.
Yeah, indeed it was. Very wide open for first period. There wasn't really a filling out process. They just put the Jets on their skates and went to work. But a lot of nice up and down. Goaltenders well represented, made some great saves. But Benilde St. Margaret's with that 2-0 lead have to feel pretty good going into the locker room. And STMA not too far out of it. Limesand really kind of kept this where it is. He kept the cipher on the scoreboard, and that's what his job is to do. And he had an outstanding period as did Marhula. But the second period, if it's wide open in the first period, it's going to be even more exciting in the second period. I promise you that.
All righty then.
Okay.
Thank you, Bart Archer.
Promises, promises.
All right. Well, I worked out today at the exercise coach in Eden Prairie. Lost some serious poundage doing that, and I got a little lazy the past 2 weeks. Went back and fired up some personal bests, some PBs. Strength has increased by 27%, body fat down 13%. If you live anywhere in the Southwest Metro, it's twice a week, 20 minutes. Here it is. Check it out.
Like you didn't have time to work out? Do you have a hard time believing you could really get in shape, lose weight, or stick with exercise? As a busy person, does it all just sound too complicated? We've worked with thousands of people who've had those same concerns. People who have a real desire to take care of their bodies, but have trouble moving from intentions to real results. Based on 20 years of development and cutting-edge science, we have created a breakthrough and totally data-driven exercise program that can fit into anyone's schedule. It's all about quality over quantity. In just 20 minutes twice a week with one of our certified coaches, you can finally enjoy strength and experience success. Most traditional workouts fail to deliver the results people desire because they aren't designed with individuals in mind. Our Smart 20 workout measures your unique makeup, and our trainers are there to make sure you get a workout that's designed perfectly for you. Never before has there been a combination of strength and conditioning put together in such a safe and efficient manner that's totally accessible to everyone regardless of their current fitness level. Thousands of people have seen the results and shared their stories, but don't just take our word for it. Don't take the word of our thousands of success stories. Come in and try it for yourself. We believe so passionately in how we can help you that we are offering you the chance to get a free trial of our Smart 20 training sessions with one of our knowledgeable coaches. There is absolutely no commitment on your end. Plus, we'll answer all of your questions about how to meet your health, weight loss, and fitness objectives. What have you got to lose? Come in for your free personal Smart 20 sessions. Register for your free sessions by signing up at exercisecoach.com.
I'm Callie Funk. I'm the program director for the Herb Brooks Foundation, and I've been with the foundation since January of 2017, so a little over a year and a half. I think that Herb Brooks would be very proud of the program. He always talked about building it from the ground up, and I think that's exactly what we're doing here. We're having youth participate, and they can start whenever they'd like, and you know, we're not trying to make that pyramid, we're trying to just keep the base growing all the way up, and I think he'd really be proud of what we're doing here.
The Herb Brooks Foundation started the Rink Rep program over 10 years ago to give the kids a chance to play the game my dad loves so much. Our Rink Rep program is supposed to be fun. Gotta smile, remember it's just a game. Get out and exercise, play all year round. Play on the ice, play in your driveway, play at school. We just hope that you love the game.
So we really try to emphasize the importance of Herb Brooks and the 1980 Miracle team within our program. Herb Brooks stood for a lot of different valuable life lessons, and so we really want to instill the importance of positivity, teamwork, and really coming together as a team in order to meet one common goal.
The Herb Brooks Foundation started the Rink Rat program over 10 years ago. We started it to really keep my dad's legacy alive with children. His philosophy always was to give the game back to the kids and learn to love the game the way he grew up playing, and that was with his buddies out on Lake Phelan, playing street hockey, just those pickup games. And we wanted to have that atmosphere built in for these young children instead of structured association hockey. We wanted to get the kids back playing. At the end of the Rink Rat session, we hope kids take away from the program, number one, friends. I hope they made friends and had fun. And we hope they have a true love for the game, the way that we love the game. We've had several kids go on to play association hockey from our inner city Rink Rat programs. We've educated parents on how to enroll their kids in association hockey. Some of them didn't even know there was such a thing.
So we currently are mostly involved in Minneapolis, and that's all areas of Minneapolis. We have a couple schools in North Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, Northeast, and in St. Paul. Last winter we were working out of Phelan, Harding, and the new Tria rink in St. Paul. So we really try to to cover a broad area so that we can include as many kids as possible. So the best way I think to reach out and get involved would be to visit our website, herbrooksfoundation.com. You can find all of our information about the Rink Rats programs, any clinics we have in the spring or summer or fall. You can also find contact information for the foundation, as well as many different links to pictures, events such as the Sticks in Stillwater, the golf tournament, Let's Play Hockey Expo, and there's also a good following for our volunteer base as well.
And we're back here to start the second period along with Bart Archer. I'm Pete Wagner. How about a scoring summary, Bart?
Indeed, it was Schweitzer that opened the scoring at the 11:50 mark.
You were listening.
11:50 mark on the power play. That was his 9th from Marshall and Messenberg. And then at the 16:09 mark, it was Jed Johnson scoring his 9th from Marshall and Callahan. Shots on goal that period. Benilde St. Margaret's with 18 attempts, 11 shots on goal. STMA with 10 attempts, 7 on goal. 3 penalties in the period, 2 for STMA and 1 for the Red Knights. 2-0 Red Knights have the advantage. Here we go, period 2.
I think he might be on. I'm going to say hi to Jason Eisold.
Well,
he's your arena manager, your buddy.
I like him.
From your old man's league.
It's not an old man. Would you be quiet about that?
If you're over 18 and not professional or college, it's offside at the line. They missed it. Oh, I'd be up. If I'm Jared Johnson, I'm full snap mode right now. That was missed. Now it's across the slot area. Wrister, glove save. Marhula turns it to the corner. This is 5-on-5 to start. As they'll take another shot on goal. This is still from that play that should have been offside. I don't mean to pick the scab, but point out the wart. Now it's going to be played through the slot area. Jet Johnson comes away with it off the end boards. It goes. Whoops. Now it's going to be handled by Couette to the right wing side. Schweitzer keeps. Wow, what a start to this period. Marshall stood up. Schweitzer misses Messenberg on that one. Now it's going to be Couette with it. Ahead it goes to Flaming, and icing will be your call.
Well,
wow, not the start Jared Johnson wanted to see.
No, in fact it isn't, but it is the start that Coach Ken Pelly wanted to see. They started well in the first period. They're starting very well in this second period as well, showing a lot of energy, getting down and putting pressure on right away. But St. Michael Albertville just hasn't quite got a chance. We're early. We're a minute 4 into it, but they're in defense mode right now, but they're surviving.
Adam Flaming leads his team in points with 52 to go with 28 goals and 24 assists. Joined by Luke Leyland at 25, 25, and 50.
Those are some big numbers right there.
Couple of dynamic forwards there. Nate Swenson is third with 29 points on the season. Foot race now. Peterson is there. He'll be watched on the play by Seamus Foley. Down low, they go with it with Olaf as he's going to be turned to the slot area. Look out, that went through a pair of skates. Red Knights hold that 2-0 lead here in the early stages of the second period. 15-20 to go in it. Up to the line, there's a Brown shot turned aside by Limesand.
Well, a nice answer by STMA. They came down with some energy, really put this Red Knights on the defensive, and that's one thing that's very important with good teams is the continuity. You establish a certain momentum in the first line change, and then the second one has to come out and sustain that. Well, it was STMA that turned the tide on the table a little bit and forced Limesand to make a nice save. He did a good job of ramping that one up and out of play. Face off to his right. 15-16 left in the second period. We're Benilde with a 2-goal lead.
Off the right wing. Oh, that's stopped there by the stick of Huber. Back into Red Knight territory it goes. It's going to be Yakish guiding it along to the corner. Callahan looks for Barr up on the left wing. Hard work there by Miller. They work it to the line and back to center ice. Couette's going to play that through everyone. And it's going to be chipped right back to STMA territory. Gay will take the turnover. He has a man in front. Oh, my word. He had Warner wide open, gaping down the slot area. I guess hindsight's 20/20 from the booth.
Well, I like the fact he took the shot. At least he got a shot on goal, tried to go short side, but Marhula really took that away pretty quick.
Barr regroups. Yakish is going to step up on that puck, plays it over to the right wing side. Gay is there. Now it's going to be Warner in front who they had Barr trolling. Now it's going to be gathered in by Lemire. Lucky number 13 across center. Puts that one back into the Red Knight zone as it's going to be Callahan to gather in. Callahan looked to the left. Now he's going to cut back off to the right with Yakish. He'll have to run into a player there. Indeed, that's Swenson. They trapped the neutral beautifully. Now it's cut off by Limesand. Now Callahan with it. He'll be bothered on the play by Swenson. Swenson quickly adjusts to the near side, but Barr will break the pressure. Now it's Messenberg who stopped on the play, gathers it in, goes down the wing with the puck, but now it's played to center. Yakish dumps that back in as the Red Knights change on the fly. Johnson works the forecheck on Beckstrom, enough to bump it for Kelly. Left wing on a stick for Swenson. Now Messenberg pokes back for Foley. He looks off the near boards for Johnson. Stepping up on him is Beckstrom. Now it's Schweitzer with it. Looks to the middle, doesn't like it. Now Foley takes it. Now he's going to be pressured by Flaming. Back to the Corner it goes. Look at that one-man forecheck. Just says, I'll take that. Thank you. It's like candy from a baby. There's a shot that buzzes wide of the mark. And now it's Jet Johnson looking toward the center ice area. Flaming again. Adam Flaming, 26 markers, sends it back in. Schweitzer now, 13:09 to go in the period. That's off Marshall. Jet Johnson will chase. Let's say no. Yeah, no ice on the play. Now it looks for Messenberg, missed the mark. Nice stick there by Foley. Guides it back into the corner. Johnson will work it with Beckstrom. Comes away with it. Johnson rides into a check there. Now he'll try to play it to safety, but there's some help down low. And here come the Knights out of their own zone of St. Michael Albertville. Olaf with it, gets away from Messenberg. Nice little cut back there. Stick gets inside on Marshall. Now Foley jams his man. They're going to play this to Messenberg. He can skate. Now to the right wing side. Shrugs off and check. Almost gains speed from that off of Schultz. Johnson shoots. That one misses the mark. The Karam to Peterson up at the line. To the neutral zone it goes. Now it's Sarsland with it. He gets away from one man. Sarsland tries to muscle his way down the wall. And now it's going to be handled by Olaf. Back through center as that gets away from Sarsland and back into Red Knight territory it goes. We're going to be back down into the zone with Marhula waiting for them in St. Michael Albertville territory.
Well, if you have the opportunity to let us know you're out there, and we'd love to give you a shout out tonight. I'd like to welcome Doug Dornseif, one of our most consistent viewers. Dorney, appreciate having you aboard. Once again, a huge hockey enthusiast watching from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Good to have you aboard, sir.
The Springs, baby. Nothing better. Have you ever been there, Bart?
No, I have not. Been close, but never got there.
Come back. And now I know why he's there.
Absolutely. Well, he's a pretty smart individual. And Dorney, say hi to Trek too for me, if you don't mind.
Who's Trek?
That's his pup. Oh, he's between periods of like Bronco games, he tracks down the frisbee. It's quite a show, actually. They've been doing it for quite a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Now
Dorney's kind of a big deal. That's why we always want to give him a little bit of love when he's watching.
I'm not mocking that with a laugh.
No, I don't.
I mean, silly me for not knowing.
You got enough going on, Pete Wagner. Oh, here we go.
I don't know who I am anymore. Lemire, they look in front. Picked up by the Red Knights as they work it back out of the zone. Barr with it across the line. Barr leaves off for Mortensen. Shot, wanted 5-hole. Scores! Bischel stayed in the area, got the rebound, and he buries. It's 3-0 Red Knights.
Well, the Red Knights are coming with confidence, and they had some speed too, and it was Mortensen that kind of coupled with Bischel on that one, but they gained the zone, went in tight, and it was Marhula who made the initial save, and the puck just kind of sat there. Nobody blocked anybody out, but it was Bischel that finished that play off, and that's goal number 8 for Charlie Bischel, the junior forward. Big goal it is. Now it's a 3-goal contest, and this STMA team's got to get back to work and try to chip against this lead.
Did you say Warner on that assist, Bart?
I would venture to say Warner and probably Mortensen, but we'll wait for the official scoring if I can hear him. Wink, wink. Tongue in cheek on that.
From the corner it goes. Red Knights still control. Bisson with it now. Geertsen with it. That's Mortensen. And the second assist to Asher Conley. They score! Doing your job for you, and I missed the goal.
You know, I can just wait till the end of the period because he's got the muffles going on, but apparently it's just me. But that's going to be Fleming that actually scored that goal, I believe.
Yeah, a delayed penalty.
And Pete, my stats are a little outdated. I have it listed as 26, but I think he might have tallied some last night, and they were late scores, so I didn't catch up with that. But a big goal for STMA. They needed a little energy, and he provided that, and that's what good players do. They pick up their team when they're down. So now it's a 3-1 game. And it changes the complexion a little bit. Doesn't really take any of the confidence away from the Red Knights. But they're going to have to get back to action and get back to the way they were playing in the first 6 minutes of this period. 10:46 left in the second.
Wow, that was a
3-1
quick
now.
turn of events. That's a big goal for the Knights. And on goal, that's assists are going to go to Swenson and Leyland on the Flaming goal. Of course, the big three.
And I heard it that time, too.
I know.
I took the gum out of my mouth.
Mean, big check in front of the penalty box area. Down
that might
goes
be
the Red
interference.
Knight play.
And those walls don't give too much, but it looks like he's no worse for the wear. But that's going to be Jed Johnson, obviously a very pivotal member of this Red Knight squad. We just hope he's going to be okay. But I think there was a penalty on this play. So it is an interference call. And so whatever momentum, and it looks like it's going to be on Tanner Sundell, the senior forward, but whatever momentum that they had might have been compromised on this. So now STMA's got to pick up their teammate and get through this challenge. But it's been, let's say, Margaret's on the power play.
Tanner Sundell goes for interference, so the Red Knights back on the power play as it's STMA to send this one the length of the ice, wide of lime sand. We're just about 7 minutes into the second period here now as it's 10 minutes remaining in it. Messenberg off the board, stopped on a nifty play there by Beckstrom. But there's a quick transition by Schweitzer. It's such a hard pass, it slammed Callahan into the wall. Knocked him over. Mortensen. Love it when you got to put juice on those passes. Schweitzer just wanted to take a quick slapper. That was blocked up high by Leyland. Callahan to Schweitzer. He's already got one. Now Messenberg gifts it up to Marshall. Flips it through wide of the mark. Nice jump by Mortensen to keep it alive. Ooh, got away from Beckstrom. Now it's going to be Messenberg. Back up high it goes to Marshall. Schweitzer gifts it over to the corner. Callahan in front. Redirect shot. Rebound. Oh, what a big save. Marhula really solid there.
Well, referees could have been a little quicker on the whistle, but it's Mortensen down low, and he's given Tyler Beckstrom, the sophomore defenseman, all he can handle. Mortensen, a big body down there, trying to get in front of Marhula and doing a pretty good job of interrupting his sidelines. But 17 in the blue did a pretty good job of holding his ground quite well, but the puck stayed out of the net. Trying moment for STMA. They dodged a bullet. 1:02 left in the penalty to Sundell for the Knights.
He had a redirect to the 5-hole that was shut neatly by Marhula, and then a rebound. Callahan, Schweitzer, wrister. That hits the goaltender off the blocker. On its way in, a nice save as he turns that up off the netting.
Well, the thing I liked about that is Nate Schweitzer didn't take the big clapper, as we talked about earlier. It was just a very efficient wrist shot on goal, and I think it was more of a position save by Marhula because that ramped up off his arm. I'm not sure he quite saw that until the last minute. Nice reactions.
Callahan to Schweitzer. Back up to the top of the circle for Marshall. Schweitzer, the 1T, that's deflected up off the netting. That hit bar. That should go outside, shouldn't it?
I think it, well,
I said inside, so.
Well, I thought it went off Barr's foot. I
would agree with that.
But they did call it to the left of Marhula, and now we're 47 seconds left in the penalty to Sundell, but good success so far in the faceoff dots by the Red Knights.
And who else but Messenberg is just so steady at it. He's got a tough one in Leyland to deal with. We'll see if they toss anybody.
Well, Leyland's got such good hands, too, and they're very, very quick, so Messenberg's got a challenge. It's a nice battle at the dot.
Back to the corner, Marshall, stick check to win it. Schweitzer back into the corner for Messenberg. He had Marshall on the move. Instead's going to hang on to it up high. Messenberg sauces to Callahan. Callahan better hurry, lots of pressure on. Oh, he kept the puck somehow there, nearly lost it, but very impressive. Fought off the checking of Flaming, who was all over him. Marshall, nifty move away from Leyland. Look at the freshman, that one off the post.
It was a nice save by Barr. But he was in trying to congest the goaltender.
Watch Marshall right here.
Yeah, in fact, that was very nice. A nice escape right
watch
there, and then just drags it back.
Oh,
uses the player momentum against him.
Now watch this.
And look at how Barr controlled the rebound on that one.
Oh, he controlled it, but then he put it off the post.
He's in the right spot, though. I mean, he's getting right in front of Marhula, so he's taking away his concentration, taking away his focus, but a pretty good sequence by the Red Knights.
Played down the wall. Back the other way they go with Schweitzer, or Foley rather. Olaf watches him. 5 to go in the penalty. Here comes Mortensen with some speed in on goal. Oh, he was flying. No penalty on the play as he's tripped up. Back into Red Knight territory it goes as Sarsland comes back to retreat. We'll bring it back into Knight territory.
Well, I thought Jonah Mortensen showed some good speed. He actually created some space between him and the defender that was trying to track him down, and not an easy task, but the puck just rolled him a little bit. But I think he was interrupted with a stick from a STMA player. But you're right, the coaching staff on the Red Knights were kind of looking for a penalty, but they were just getting off a kill. It'd have to be pretty blatant for the referees to call it at that juncture.
Conley,
nice effort,
the face-off win. Penalty.
It'll be interference. Looks like it's going to be Charlie Bischel too. Kind of a tough time to take a penalty, but he was just trying to block some players out, create some space, but the referee right on top of it. They're calling a pretty tight game,
man.
Pete. They're letting them play, but if there's an infraction, they're going to call it.
That, you know, when you and I grew up, that was a great defensive play.
Yeah, we'd be praised on the bench.
We'd have been, nice job, buddy. Nice job. It's good hockey.
Times have changed a little bit, haven't they?
Goodness.
But now it's up to the Red Knights to pick up their teammates.
Intact.
Yeah, a little bit. But they're calling them. If they see it, they're going to call it.
Oh, no problem.
And
but
they've been pretty equitable about it so far.
Let's just play, please. Now it's Yakish to the right wing.
Not going to get an argument
Johnson
from me.
Sends it in behind. Marhula is there to set up as he waits for his man Beckstrom to set it up behind the net. Here comes Leyland on the move. Leyland gets away from one man. Nifty job there. He can fly across the line. Uh-oh, Messenberg's dangerous. He's just going to take it wide. Oh, the ref with the best check of the game. He looks at the ref and said, get the bleep out of the way.
That should have been an interference penalty.
I don't know if he did the bleep, but I would have.
Pete jazzing it up a little bit.
I for sure would have.
You should be the color guy.
I was going to be Schweitzer. Well, geez. Where do you think they're going to go? Now it's going to be up high with it. Laid off to the line. Easier said than done. I'm not a ref, so I never do it. I don't know how they do it. Now it's played to the right wing. They load it up. There's a shot that's blocked by Schweitzer. Now it's going to be handled by Swenson. Another shot in on goal, turned aside. Back up to the line it goes for Couette. Plays it behind the net. Flaming's there. He's got his team's goal. Played down to the stick. Ooh, that hit someone on the way in. Leyland, found Flaming off the side of the net. This line is dangerous 5-on-5, let alone with a 5-on-4 they are. And they've got skill to go with it. Back up to the line. Couette plays it rink wide. There's a snapper steered out of there by Lime Sand. Oh, in front it goes. Now the Red Knights will chase this one down with Aiden Wallstrom. Or check that. That was Yakish.
Yeah, it's Cody Kelly that's going to go for a hold. Once you take your hand off that stick, you leave it up to the interpretation of the official. I think that was a pretty good call. If you're on the power play and they're calling ticky-tack penalties, you have to play an honest game, and he just wrapped him up. But Yakish has got some speed. I think he was just trying to protect the play, but he's going to be flagged in the box. Just 27 seconds left in the penalty to Bischel. Barring another penalty, it's going to be 4-on-4 and then a brief power play for the Red Knights.
And we'll face off to the right of the STMA goal with 6:31 to go in the period. This has been a quick mover, this period.
I appreciate it.
We're at the rec center. It means we're going to be done at about 8:45. That's just, and Ole's not even working, our man. John Olsen. Nice play by Barr at center. 4-on-4 gets it deep. Power play will be on here in about 10 seconds. He gets away from a check from Brown, does Barr. That's knocked away from Callahan. And it's going to be Foley to retreat and icing the call.
Boy, a nice sequence by Barr. Navigated his way through the neutral zone, chipped the puck in deep, and then went after it and got it. So if they can get that forward push from their forwards like that and put some pressure on, that bodes quite well for Coach Ken Pauley, his staff, and the Red Knights. 6:06 left in the second period, 3-1. Benilde St. Margaret's just 2 seconds away from getting Bischel back, and then they'll have, as we said, a brief power play for a minute 34, barring another penalty.
If he's on, hello to Jerry Ford. It's been a while. Every time I see him, I go back to that Rao goal in overtime.
Oh.
Kyle from Kurt Rao.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, you think the fire sale's coming on down at the XL Energy Center soon?
Well, they should have maybe started that a little bit ago.
Oh, the league with their stupid no-trade thing for all these guys. There's a shot in on goal, kind of handcuffs the teams.
Boy, that was a nice save. Marhula made the initial save with the glove hand, but it came back out, and I think it was Mortensen that actually chipped the puck. I think it was Mortensen that chipped the puck out, and a nice follow-up by his winger to support that one. So a really nice sequence by Marhula, the goaltender, to keep that puck out of the net. 109 left in the penalty to Cody Kelly of STMA, but Red Knights are getting in tight, getting shots in the scoring areas.
They certainly are.
Goodness.
False starts everywhere.
I know. But this the STMA, they have 4 shorties on the year, and they have a lot of skill out there. So Benilde St. Margaret's, even though they're on the power play, still have to mind your defensive responsibilities.
They absolutely have the speed that's needed to get the job done. Red Knights will control once again, back up to the line and on goal, and that stop. That was a good look there, but then Marhula again.
Well, Marhula got down very, very low because I think it was once again Mortensen in front, and he's that big body. But he was looking between the legs of not only his teammate but Mortensen as well. Good shot on goal, but better save.
Now they're going to play it up to Callahan. Plays this one rink wide. Marshall with it. Shallow angle. Oh, that one off the crossbar.
I think he's bidding that one went in. I'm not sure he's going to win that argument, but the net moved off the moorings and hence the whistle.
But the way that it came out, it looked like it was crossbar, but it looked like it might have snuck in. We'll have to go to Toronto for that one, Pete Wagner. What are you doing?
I wrecked the replay too, but that was off the post. Sorry.
It was worth it
really
though, right?
On my part.
You got to see I don't have a good side, so
great.
It is what it is.
You just never know what you're going to get.
I've accepted it and moved on. Thank you for showing the world, though.
It was your good side.
Goodness, I don't know if I have a good side.
48 to go on the power play. I think that was clean off the crossbar.
So do I. Actually, I think it was a proper call, but
he was right there.
I like the idea, though. Short side, just under the bar. That's not a bad play if you can pull it off, and if anybody can, it'd be him.
Well, I like the salesmanship, too. I mean, that's going to be needed. When he wants to get that job sometime down the road, the game ends for everybody. Schweitzer with it. Callahan back up for Schweitzer. Now Marshall. Schweitzer, the 1T. Oh, that one hits his man again. Takes a little bit off of that one-time clapper. Now it's Schweitzer again. Wrister. Oh, nearly redirected by Messenberg. Spoon-fed by Schweitzer.
Boy, some pretty heady play by Schweitzer on this power play.
3 men on the puck to 2. 4 seconds in the man advantage. Somehow Messenberg comes out of there. From his derriere, tries to make the play. Now he finds Marshall, checked on the play to a near wing it goes. And now it's going to be played back up into the neutral zone as Callahan down the rail it goes, rattling puck away from Marshall. And now it's going to be picked up by Flaming. Olaf bumps Callahan, but the Red Knights control at center. And Olaf can fly. Here he goes up the left wing side. Callahan and Foley closing on him. He goes down in a heap, does Olaf. Now to the line, it's Brown. His shot misses the mark. Now we're going to play this one back in behind the net. Warner finds Foley. Now it's Barr who's jammed on the play. Sent right back into the right wing wall there. That was Couette, finds Miller. He's going to be stopped by Warner. Now Miller gets a stick in on him. They try to center the feed. A nice shot by Barr. It's shut down. Nifty save by Marhula.
Another nifty save by Marhula.
He's had a lot. 3:25 to go in the second. Back in deep it goes on the foot race. It's going to be Lemire as he stays on that puck. Schweitzer watches him. Now the Red Knights transition to Barr off the left wing side. He's going to cut to the forehand on the right wing side. Barr turns away on the escape, puts on the brakes. Yakish, quick shot, deflects. Picked up by Warner. Nice feed to Barr. The creativity in the offensive zone has been at a premium here for the Red Knights.
Well, Barr had been on the ice for quite a while, but still showing some good residual energy on that one. Puck came to him, a little bit of a shallow angle from the right circle. Tried to go high. I think that puck was going to go wide, but I think Marhula knew that his team had been out there for a while, so held onto that puck face off to his left, but it gets Coach Johnson a chance to get some fresh legs out there, plus Barr can get spelled as well. But nice shift by Ian Barr on that one. He really pushed the pace forward, showed a lot of hustle, and got a couple good opportunities as well. 3:04 left in the second period. Benilde still up by 2.
We are in the last week of the regular season of the high school hockey
2019
campaign. Oh, glove save and a beauty by Limestone. That was something else. He went down and got it. Watch this one off the draw.
Well, that's Adam Flaming, too, and he's the go-to guy on this team aside from Leyland as far as the finisher. But nice dangles through, putting the pucks in the skates and finding the open area. Went about 1.5 feet off the ice glove side. Really a good save by Limestone, and he hasn't seen a lot of action recently, so coming in cold, that's a big save right there.
At the line now, it's going to be the Red Knights. Conley to center. Bischel will get there before it hits the line. Looks to the slot area. Up over the net it goes. That'll be off the end boards for Flaming. Flaming watched by Yakish. Kelly. Leyland gets the high stick, and we'll bring it back outside of the zone and into the STMA territory.
Well, again, it's a Benilde St. Margaret's winning the races to the pucks down in the offensive zone, but pretty nice exit by STMA, and then they came down and put some pretty good pressure on. But good, solid defense really limited the good quality opportunities when they were there. So Benilde obviously playing a lot better in their own zone, a lot more responsible. They're doing the right things, and that's why they're up by 2. 2:14 left in the second period.
Sarsland scores! Oh, a face-off win and the big clipper, and it's 4-1 Red Knights late in the second period.
Well, that's another goal late in the period for the Red Knights. So Coach Johnson and the Knights can't feel great about that, but it was a shot came off Sarsland's stick. I don't know if it was deflected. We'll
it
wait
was
for the
up
official
high.
Scoring, yeah. But again, he initiated that. We know Sarsland's at least going to get an assist, and that young man, finally some good things are happening to him. He works awful hard out there. Now he's involved on the score sheet, but now it's 4-1, 2:10 to go. Plenty of time for STMA to try to gather some momentum and confidence back, but this is a tough Benilde St. Margaret team to handle right now. They're playing with a lot of confidence and speed.
Off the boards, Johnson was there. It's sent to the near wall as Messenberg, and the school song is roaring away. Olaf leaves it up for Couette. Plays it to the right wing. Back in the corner, Esterberg is there. Nice job by the defense at Sarsland to force him wide. Messenberg gets away from one man. Now here comes Marshall in on goal. Marshall, save, covered. Nice job there.
Well, it is going to be Sarsland gets his second goal of the year. And Messenberg with another apple on that one, but 4-1, 139 offensive zone faceoff for Benilde. Really a good time to make a statement, but very important faceoff for the STMA.
The Knights win the draw, and an important one, as you say, Kelly. Sarsland to the near boards, lost the sight of it, but got it back. Callahan off the glass to center. Now it's Marshall with a nifty move to the right wing side. Fishes it up to the line, but that's going to be stopped. Sarsland again off the boards. Callahan will take it over. It's getting muddy up the wall there.
Well, and I'm not much for changing your game, but when you get three forwards on top of the puck, you got to be a little more defensively responsible. You want to finish this period soundly, and they're giving STMA too much space.
The puck is picked off by Sarsland. They go ahead. Messenberg makes the play. Goes lacrosse. Look at that. Really? Now across the line with it. Oh, my word. Scores! All righty then. What else can you say? Watch this replay. He pulled it out of the air of the stick like he had a lacrosse stick on him. And then he just kind of says, okay, whoop, here we go. And we're going to walk around you, and I'm going to dance to the off wing and just bury. It's 5-1. Oh, my word. Wow. That's an unassisted marker.
And for Messenberg, that's number 19 on the season. But I think he's getting a lot of respect from those STMA defenders. They just got kind of caught a little straight-legged and flat-footed, and he just worked it around and put it up over Marhula. He's given up a 5 spot, but he's actually played pretty well in goal. It's just a very motivated Red Knight team right now.
For sure. Gay now with it to the corner. You know, the Blake Messenberg as a junior on my short list for Mr. Hockey, no question. He has to be on that list next year. From what I'm seeing, a well-rounded player, just such great skill. Yakish, now Barr, back in behind for Foley. Guides it along for Yakish. That one's cut off, and at the neutral zone, it's going to be handled by Miller. Lime Sand will set up for Foley. Guides it over for Barr. On our next Paulie's podcast, I think we're going to have some players joining us, Bart Archer.
Oh, that'd be a
and
nice
I'm not sure who the lucky ones are. I don't know if they're so lucky, but
well, you should have like a random drawing. That way everybody has a chance.
I'm leaving it to coach. I got nothing to do with it.
That's probably the nice, good idea, Pete.
I can work with anybody, brother.
Indeed. And
All
I'm
right.
proof of that.
What a period that.
Oh, nice laugh.
Sorry, Barney. Well, I mean, self-deprecation, nothing better. We'll take a timeout when we come back. We'll have the exciting third period coming up for you. These two teams have been playing great here tonight. The Red Knights finding the back of the net 5 times now as they lead 5-1. How you doing, Bar?
I'm good, Pete.
We're back. We're gonna put that Messenberg goal. We're sending it to Bucci.
Cool. Should we get through the scoring summary, Pete?
Yeah,
Wagner?
go right ahead.
Okay. Opening the scoring in the first period was Schweitzer with his 9th from Marshall and Messenberg at the 11:50 mark on the power play. Then it was Jet Johnson scoring his 9th from Marshall and Callahan at 16:09. That's how we finished out the period. Then Benilde opened the scoring with Bischel with his 8th from Mortensen and Conley at the 5:27 mark. Then STMA answered back. It was Flaming scoring his 29th from Swenson and Leyland at the 6:14 mark, and then it was Sarsland with his 2nd of the season from Messenberg at 14:50, and then Messenberg all alone with his 19th at the 16:11 mark. Shots on goal that period, 6 for the Knights for a 2-period total of 13, and 18 that period for the Red Knights, 2-period total of 29. 3 penalties in that period. STMA's gone to the box 4 times, Benilde 2, so Benilde better keep their nose clean, so to speak, and play a good brand of hockey. And there is a goalie change as well, and it looks like it's going to be Aaron Locke that's going to spell Marhula. Marhula probably got overworked, but he played a pretty good performance, allowing 5 goals in, and to play as well as he did. That was pretty fine exhibition of his skill.
It was quite the exhibition there, and you take a look at Aaron Locke. He's making his 2nd appearance, at least that we're aware of, on the season. He's 1-0. Rister, Limesand, the save, the big rebound. We're 5-on-5. So 2.54 goals against and an .833 save percentage for the sophomore. There's a puck that rolls to the corner. It's been quite the game. I mean, it's been a nice, crisp pace to it. We're sending a goal to John Buchagras. See if we can get some Sports Center action for Blake Messenberg. Here he comes again.
But it's been closer than the score would indicate. I mean, it's 5-1 on the score sheet, but Limesand's made a couple outstanding saves to keep the score where it is, but it's been a closer game than the score would indicate.
Messenberg was there. Back up into the neutral zone it goes. It's Olaf with it. Jet Johnson now in front of the bench area, Flaming. Now it's played to the left wing boards. Here they come across the line with it. It's going to be Woodford. Save made there. Beauty. That was a great introduction to the
right
game
out of
for
the
Locke.
gate, right.
Sets that one up back in behind the net. Off the glass for Couette. That gets through the defense there in Schweitzer. Now it's going to be Sarsland. Blew the tire. Highway helper on its way.
The lights are flashing.
Woodford. And all 3 lanes are to a stall.
Yeah, just what we need. Let's pick that scab.
Just.
I'd like to say hello to Scotty Dornbush, who sent me a message. Let
Scotty
me know
Dornbush.
he's watching the STMA Knights play tonight. So, but a very prominent family up in that region. I believe his boy plays a pretty mean game of lacrosse. But thank you for joining us, Scotty, as always. I like the energy that STMA's come out with this period. They're focused. They're really putting pressure on the Benilde defenders and not creating a lot, not giving them a lot of space. So it's an encouraging sign for Coach Jeremiah Johnson.
In the neutral zone, it's going to be turned back up ice. Across the line it goes. Now it's going to be pulled back out of the zone. That puck was handled by Alex Shee. Now for the Red Knights, they carry this one deep with Conley back behind the net.
Pete, I'm wondering if sophomore defenseman for the Knights, Hayden Huber, is related to Willie Huber.
Wow.
Kind of an obscure NHL reference.
Well, I was going to work the Doug Brown angle.
Okay. I like the driver, though. That was game, set, match on that one.
How could you miss that one?
Oh, you didn't miss. It took you a minute and a half to figure that one out.
No relation to former WWE great Mick Foley.
That we know of.
Now Conley with it. No relation to broadcasting legend John Conley. Rink wide it goes. We're pulling them all out tonight. Schweitzer with it. Bart's falling apart over here. I love it. Mortensen with it. Plays this one in deep behind the net and icing the call.
I'm surprised you don't have it on camera. But well done, by the way. But we're just a tick under 14 minutes to go. Plenty of time for STMA to come back. They certainly have the wherewithal, and they certainly have the offensive skill to do it. But Benilde decided to show up and play some solid defense tonight, so it's not going to be easy for STMA, but they just got to get to work and get going quick.
Well, it's going to be important for the Red Knights because it was the 3rd period that was their Achilles.
Yeah.
Don't ask my friend Bobby Casterly about that as he blew his out playing hoops. It's a story for the ages. Ooh. Shot by Gay over the top of the glass. Now it's turned back up ice by Leyland. Left wing side for Swenson. Leyland gets it back. Yakish is there. Here's Cooper Gay. Ducks through a check. Through center ice he goes. 3-on-3. Tried to play it through, but he gets a little bit of help from Warner. Warner now back in behind the net. Spun around off the puck as he's watched by Huber. Left wing side it goes. Swenson with it. Offside at the line.
Well, and I got on Benilde St. Margaret's early in that first period, and, you know, STMA, if they get a forward push, it was actually the numbers were matching up as Barr came back to cover. But if you get a forward push and you're gaining the zone, you have to stay on side. Otherwise, it just blows the whistle and gives the other team a chance to regroup and put some fresh legs out. So got to pay attention to the details moving forward.
Now it's across the line with Messenberg. Right wing pass. That one misses the mark up off the netting and out of play.
Well, Messenberg just drew in 3 defenders, and he saw Callahan on the right side, and he was at the right dot, took the shot, but it hit. It seemed like it was a wide shot, but it hit the dasher and just ramped up and out of place to the faceoff. It's going to come outside the zone, but when Messenberg gets the puck, he draws a lot of attention, and it creates space for other players. He's just smart enough to get it to those players so they can get an opportunity. Well done.
Jammed on the play is Callahan. That gets underneath the stick of Locke. Just so you know, our guy Matty Ice Harrington is working on that goal, the Sports Center. Can we get 2 top 10s from the MNHockey.tv? It would be unprecedented. The Mason Nevers beauty against Eden Prairie.
Both arms went up on that one. Benilde going to be a man down.
Well, it was great. We had all 3 arms up. You had the linesman on the ice. What happens? Does it have to put, if there's another penalty, they put another arm up?
Yeah, they put them both up and yell field goal's good, but it's going to be Adam Marshall, the freshman forward, going to take that penalty for, I believe it was a hooking penalty, but Marshall, a driving force for this Benilde team. They're going to miss him, but time to pick up your teammate. He's picked him up so many times. Now it's his team's turn to get through this challenge.
Up to the line it goes. Couette with it. Rister deflects. Limesand there to fight it off. And now they're going to try to play this one through. Bisson waits for it out of the zone. Instead, it's going to be Schweitzer. He better hurry. He has some room. Schweitzer to the backhand. Scores! That's his 2nd goal of the game. And a shorty and the 6-1 lead for the Red Knights. They're coming back from that 2-game losing spin. I'm not going to call it a skid because I don't think a streak is 2 games. I've heard a guy call a 1-game thing a streak.
Well, and it was Couette that actually got caught along the wall, and it was Schweitzer that chipped the puck past him and used his speed. And then he worked his edges, and he spread the pillows on Locke and just let that puck find its way into the back of the net. Now it's 6-1, 12:42. Obviously, the challenge is getting greater for this STMA team. Not beyond the realm of possibility, but this Red Knight team seems to have brought all the energy tonight, and the things are working for them. Things that weren't working last night are working for them tonight.
So Schweitzer is 2nd of the year, or 2nd of the game.
He's 10th of the year.
10th of the year, double digits in that category now.
First shorty, so he checked that column as well. He's got all the boxes
Couette
checked.
is there. I mean, he's going to look real nice in that CC sweater. Who knows where Messenberg's going to go, but if I were at the college level, I'd be gobbling this kid up quickly.
He looked good in maroon and gold.
Well,
that might be UMD
you know
too,
Pete. This guy's on fire tonight. Schweitzer with it. Want to chip it past through to Jet Johnson, working the unselfish action. Says I've got enough. Oh, jammed hard there. Looked at the ref. Where's the from the behind angle there? That one to the corner. Leyland a shot and a big save by Limesand. A backhand pad save. Limesand finding his game was really good last night and looking great here tonight. That one's blocked. Up to the point it goes. That one misses the mark. That was Kelly with the bid. Now it's going to be Couette with it. Up high to the line. Walking is Kelly.
Oh, nice pass.
Shot that's tipped wide of the mark. Power play continues now for another 30 seconds for the Knights of St. Michael Albertville. Down to the corner it goes from the left circle. Leyland plays up to the line for Kelly. Shot through traffic. Thunders off the end boards. Johnson to the line but not out as that's held in. And now it's going to be bared down on by Gay as he rips it down the ice.
Well, so far so good, but STMA actually getting some good opportunities, some good zone time, but Benilde St. Margaret's doing a good job of hunting that puck and closing some space. Just 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds left in the penalty to Marshall, and we're back to 5-on-5. Nice kill by the Red Knights.
Walking down the line, nifty play there. Oh, that's pushed wide of the mark by Woodford. He's had some tempo and purpose here. Bassan there had been ailing for about 2 weeks. His dad was telling me 12 days with the influenza.
That's a tough thing for a
young
kid.
Tough to come back into a game like this and get back into full speed when you've just been shelved like that. He's a big part of this team. I think he would have made a difference in that game last night against the Hawks of Chaska.
I think you're right, but they want to get him before section started. They want to get him back and get some wind about him.
You don't want to break a guy down and get him sick again.
Correct.
Foley for Barr. I'm not a healthcare specialist, but I would just guess. I mean, now it's Bassan across the line. He's going to leave that off along the way. Steered aside there by the goaltender, Aaron Locke. Now it's going to be Bassan fighting his way through, up to the line. Callahan flips that one up and out of play.
And Bassan goes, really? You just dump it
Oh,
back
I thought it went up and out of play.
No, it didn't.
Oh, I put my head down. I was refreshing my Twitter feed, waiting for you to go.
It's called business as usual.
Refreshing the Twitter feed.
Right.
Mortensen wanted it. Nice job by Brown to break it up. Back behind the net it goes for Couette. Now it's going to be Yakish. Sarsland turns away from him. Conley comes away with it, finds Bischel. He has Mortensen with him. Bischel tries to stay on it, fishes it to the corner. Nice job by Peterson to step up and make the play. Across the line they go, and they'll send it in deep. On that play, it was Shee. Yakish ahead to Mortensen, deflected. No ice on the play as he was stepped up on by Couette. 9:10 to go in the period. They're going to ring the boards up to the near side. At center. It was Woodford, now Peterson across the line. Stick check by Sarsland. Quickly off the bench they go with it as that's played rink wide by the Red Knights number 3, Logan Like. A nice JV game. Did Like have a couple of tallies for, no, they didn't score. He had a couple of chances, good chances in that game. Sent right back in on goal. Deserved the call up here to the varsity. They got a total of, 11 forwards instead of the traditional 12 dressed here tonight at Benilde St. Margaret's. They'll jam up off the far wall. Turn to the near boards. Gay tried to handle that one. From center, there's Leyland, plays to the right wing side. Leyland off his skate. Now it's going to be Bard that plays it ahead. Do you have a cup of coffee there, Bard Archer?
Yes, sir.
Do you plan on going to bed?
I can go to bed. I can have coffee at midnight and still be to bed by a quarter after.
That's the picture of addiction. Puck is played.
I get my profile too.
Do you get the headache like the very attractive Amy Rapp does?
Not at all.
The headache if there's not enough caffeine intake.
No,
now
I just
Gay
need
with
the
it.
Boost. Been a long day.
Absolutely, I feel you.
I'm doing it for the viewers.
For the love of the game. Sure you are. Swenson. Now it's going to be Lemire off to the right wing. Limesand sticks that to the right wing side. I mean, we've got just a couple of days left in the regular season. Section seedings come down the pipe this weekend, and we start in earnest next week. Foot race for it. It's going to be Kelly to come away with it.
Boy, nice play by Kelly.
He was watched closely there by Jet Johnson. Warner's been great too across the line. Oh, leaves it over. Jet Johnson, post, and no, that one did not go in. Now to the line, Sarsland, the slapper. That one goes to the moon and back.
Boy, nice busy stick by STMA, but a vulnerable moment for the Knights on that one. It was 2-on-0, and it was Jet Johnson, as you said, going in all alone. I think 95% of people thought that he was going to pass, but he took the shot, just kissed off the bar. Now it's Johnny Vitelli that is going to spell Carson Limesand in goal for Benilde St. Margaret. 6:50 left in the period. Boy, coming in cold. We'll see if he gets challenged right away, but it's nice to see Johnny Vitelli out on the ice representing his team.
There's a shot that's turned aside to the corner by Locke as he'll look to his right. Red Knights up to Schweitzer. Schweitzer sidesteps, misses the mark. They carry him up to the line. Sarsland slides over. Ooh, that was off the skates of Peterson, and back into Red Knight territory it goes with 6:20 to go in the period. Schweitzer. Now Messenberg. Messenberg across the line, looks to go inside out, somehow stays on the puck. I mean, could this be the best game he's played all year? I mean, and I say that every time I see him.
Well, at least the ones that we've seen anyway, I'd have to say. Most impactful anyway.
It's just the ability to stay on the puck, see the ice, win battles, take pride in it.
He was good last night in the loss to Chaska.
Oh, he was terrific last night. Limesand was good. We mentioned him. Callahan. Now here's Jet Johnson. He was good. Leaves off for Marshall, who was good. They're all good. In on goal, and that one stopped.
Oh,
by Locke.
And Reed Brown, the senior forward, I think he caught an edge. And as we say, those boards don't give a whole bunch, but we're going to take a moment. 5:35 left in the third period, but we're going to take as much time as we need to make sure that that young man's going to be okay. I didn't see the play, Pete Wagner, but I heard it, drew the attention over, but we aren't going to speculate.
We'll just lock her down on the goaltender there. Yep, good job there, Patrick. Lilia came on and announced the JV game, and then here he is now.
Man of many talents, but Pete, you said
handling the camera.
But just to kind of dovetail what you're speaking of just moments ago, as far as Carson Limesand playing very well tonight, he made a couple of very key saves. But I think one of the differences, his team is playing a lot better in front of him tonight than they did last night. I just think that, as you said, that third period just was really kind of a discombobulated period, really uncharacteristic of this Red Knight team. And Limesand made some good saves, but tonight his team's played well, and Limesand in turn has played very, very well.
Brown is still being attended to right now, and he's on his back, so they rolled him over.
Right, and you know, all the extremities are moving and all that. We got a little gun shy after what happened last night, obviously, but I just I have a propensity to talk too much, so I'm doing everything I can to try not to say anything anything too outlandish. But we just hope the young man's going to be certainly okay. Hopefully just got the wind knocked out of him. But he's sitting up now. That's a good sign. He is on both feet, probably
Ginger.
A little bit woozy, yeah. Obviously being very deliberate in his movements right now, but getting the proper attention. I guess everything that we've seen so far has been pretty encouraging, but we don't want to get too far without the proper information. But boy, sure kind of casts a little bit of a dark cloud on what's been a terrific game so far.
5:35 shows on the clock.
Looks like we're going to get back to the action, but hard not to keep eyes on him. But he is being addressed. He looks like he is a little bit woozy.
That he was not guided into the wall in any way, shape, or form, was he?
I don't believe he was, actually. I think he caught an edge, and anybody that's played the game has done that a time or two, and it certainly can really take the wind out of you and kind of shock your system, and it takes a while for the body to regroup, and hopefully it's just the wind knocked out of him so he can catch his breath. But they are going to give him the proper attention. It's one thing I really like about the high school level now is they actually have people that can address these types of situations that are qualified to do so. Back in my day, it was one of the parents that might have been to a couple biology classes.
Or stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah, one of the two.
You know I know the guy that did that ad campaign.
No.
Mike Gibbs.
Really?
Former Edina West Cougar.
No relation to former North Star Barry Gibbs. Or
No.
maybe he was.
No.
Okay. I just had to get a no relation.
Did you know Mike Gibbs? He's about your vintage.
No, I don't know if I did.
Maybe a little bit
He was
younger.
probably one of the popular guys. That's why I didn't know him. So.
Everybody knows Bart Archer.
Yeah, for better or worse.
Everybody knows Barty. They all call you Barty,
Yeah.
don't they?
Only the close ones that have known me for a long period of time, like Doherty and such.
So they're going to have Brown. He's going to skate off the ice now. He's not feeling too good, but I think he'll be
Well, the nice part about the young bodies is they have a chance to recover a lot quicker than people that are a little bit more of the aged or mature ilk, so to speak. But teammates, both captains helping him off. And he's got a smile, not a smile, but he doesn't look like too much of a grimace. But obviously we hope for a quick return for that young man. He is a senior. Be a tough way to not be able to join his mates for the remainder of the season, or at least sectional playoffs, and give his team a chance to win. So we hope for a speedy return for him. About 5:35, kind of hard to get back into action. I think Coach Jeremiah Johnson, we talked, I'm echoing the sentiments from last night. Hard to get your team focused when you see one of your mates being helped off the ice. Your mind tends to wander a little bit. You lose your focus. And even Benilde St. Margaret's, I think, is roots for nothing but good things about him. As Schweitzer's over talking to the bench, very sportsmanlike manner as well.
I think we're waiting for the captains to come back as they so something happened with the leg there is pretty much what it looked like.
Well, hopefully it's just going to be like a thigh bruise or something that, hopefully not too deep either. But now the captains are back, and that is Cody Kelly and Adam Fleming.
Here we go, 5:35 to go. Conley the win, Mortensen the puck. Now to the slot it goes, fished ahead by Couette. Mortensen is there as he tries to work his way through traffic. They'll take a swing at that one, and that's going to be stopped and hung on to.
Boy, it sounded like a fencing match there for a while. Just puck
really
down in the
did.
skates and a lot of sticks on it.
Or a slap fight, whichever one you prefer.
I'll go with the fencing match. That sounds more masculine to a certain degree.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at. Maybe it wasn't.
But you can kind of see a little bit of the intent is there, the effort is there, but the focus, I just don't know if it's quite there for STMA, and you certainly can't blame them for that.
Marshall, or check that, Callahan for Sarsland. Too far for Woodford. And now he'll try to work through traffic there, flips it up in the air. Played down to the glove, and to center ice it goes. The Knights will play this to the right wing side. Across the line they go with Lemire. Saved by Limesand. This thing was very tense to start, or Vitelli rather. Thank you, Bart Archer. That kind of stuck in my ways there. Shock. Now it's going to be on the stick of Lemire.
Well, the sun rises in the east enough, you kind of take it for granted, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Sarsland is there. I thought it rose in the west. Now it's going to be left wing side out of the zone for Geertsen. Not quite, and sent right back in as Sarsland will retreat into his own zone from the corner. We're playing it out, folks, very clearly. Geertsen plays this one in. Sundell is there. He'll wind it up. Watched by Gay to the neutral zone. Yakish didn't care how fast he was coming in. The freshman said, I'm going to run right into you. What is he, about 5'2"?
In skates.
He's probably 5'5", 5'6", but he plays like he's 6'2".
That's what's important.
I love it. Yakish plays this across the boards. Barr will chase in along with Warnert as the puck will be played back up to the line. Yakish, a wrister, hits a man on the way in. Barr comes away with it with 3:53 to go in the period. Sundell is there. Glove down and back up ice for Esterberg. Esterberg with it. His wrister goes in on wide of the mark. Foley for Barr. Rink wide for Warner across the line. Yakish now comes up with it. He'll be checked on the play as it goes back in on goal for Vitelli, and they're going to regroup with Callahan.
Pete, I've liked Ian Barr's game tonight. He's showing some forward push. He's showing some speed, and he's making the right plays tonight. He really came to play tonight. I wanted to recognize that.
That hits Warner on the way in as he'll play that one in front of the net. Ooh, Locke is fighting it off like with everything he can in the corner.
Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to be effective.
Well, there's scramble fast in front of him, and now it's played back to Olaf.
Boy, he took that hit to make that play, too. He knew he was going to get crunched, but he kicked the puck up to Cody Kelly, so pretty gutsy individual on that play.
Kelly bumps the boards. Now it's going to be Lohman with it. Lohman chips to the left wing side. Peterson was there. Now it's going to be handled by Callahan. Rink wide it goes. Through center ice, Olaf with it. Lets her rip. Stick save, Vitelli off the boards. Now it's going to be Bischel. Bischel pushes this one ahead. Mortensen goes down, plays it ahead, looks for Bischel. That's going to be stopped, though, by Couette. And now it's going to be played once again off the right wing boards for Olaf. Mortensen, now Callahan takes over with 2:15 to go. Callahan. Red Knights are going to improve to 16-7 on the season, snap the 2-game losing skid. There's a snapper by Vitelli that's turned aside. Meanwhile, it's going to be 12-9-3 for the Knights of St. Michael Albertville.
Well, to Benilde's defense, I mean, the two losses were against two pretty good teams, and they were competitive. They didn't get blown out, but there seems like the ship is going the right direction again for the Red Knights. So Coach Pauly did a nice job of getting the kids prepared for this this contest tonight.
Mortensen the shot, Locke the save. He's going to hang on, and the faceoff comes up to his left.
1:41 left in regulation time. Benilde St. Margaret's 6-1 advantage over STMA.
Sitting very comfortable here in the third period. Don't forget Thursday night. We have 3 games left in the regular season. It's going to be Edina and Eden Prairie. Now what's a classic matchup.
That's going to be fun.
Eden Prairie's playing really well right now, and I think, but so is Edina. Right now, I think it's Edina's to lose if you were to give me the handicap. I don't think many would disagree with that.
Well, I would say Edina's probably their toughest opponent is themselves, and just the way, you know, when they start taking stick penalties and start kind of playing a non-team game, they become vulnerable. They just haven't done that too much this year. But yes, I believe they are the team to beat. Minnetonka in the mix, but Eden Prairie, the way they play a pretty gritty game too. But they also have some skill. I think it's a good matchup for Edina.
Like for Geertsen in front, there's Woodford. As they were bidding for a opportunity to bury there to make it 7-1, we stay at 6-1.
Yeah, we're just one tick over a minute to go in this period, but I just look forward to the game because they're very respectful to each other program. They don't have to like each other much, but they're very familiar. It's always an intense game, and it's always very entertaining from the first drop of the puck to the last buzzer. So join us on Thursday. I promise it'll be worth your while.
In on goal again. There's Locke to make the save. He's been busy.
Yeah, a lot of play down in that zone, and I think it all comes down to the focus part of it. But that puck just trickled out from the end line, and Locke, good presence of mind to actually see that and cover it up.
Sarsland up high with the puck. Fights off a would-be checker, pushes it wide of the mark. Yakish comes down to make the play as Olaf is watching him. Now it's going to be Like with it out of the corner. Knights stay on that puck as they'll work into the defensive zone with it. In front, there's a shot. He scores from the slot area.
It might have been tipped by Yakish. It might have been tipped by Geertsen, but it came off the stick of Yakish. 30.9 to go. It boosts the lead 7-1 right now. Pretty much academic, but you know, some players are getting rewarded for some hard work and some solid effort. But your heart has to kind of feel heavy for STMA. They played 3 games in 4 nights. Obviously pretty tired. They're on the short side of this game, but again, these are the challenges that these high school kids have to face, and the weather hasn't been too friendly to a lot of teams as far as doing the makeup games. But this is just as I call, a pothole on the road to success. So STMA is going to obviously come back and compete, but it was just Benilde tonight was a better team.
Well, and for the Red Knights, it's 3-4 as well. And snapping that 2-game skid, important for them. as they want to continue to position. They get a 2 or 3 seed in the 2AA.
Well, I think the important part about tonight is Benilde had to prove to themselves that they could sustain, play for the full 51 minutes, start the period strong on both sides. First period, second period, it was STMA that came out with some energy, but it was the response that Benilde did that has to be encouraging for Coach Pauly and his staff. But a nice showing tonight by the Red Knights. They flexed their offensive muscles tonight. 7-1 was your final. But STMA, a character team with some speed and some skill, it just wasn't their night tonight.
They'll be battling in the Section 8AA. The Red Knights battling in the Section 6AA with the likes of Edina and Wayzata. Cretin-Durham Hall, among others. Blake. Should be interesting. Well, don't forget to check us out Thursday night. It's going to be the Hornets and Eden Prairie Eagles, as we'll be bringing another Tradition Companies hockey night in Minnesota. Schweitzer has a pair of goals tonight for the
first one and the last one.
I thought that was Geertsen.
No, you're right. I'm sorry about that. I didn't write that one down.
Wow, Bart Archer got ahead of himself.
I should have just
the big finish. That's like coming out for the encore and you blow out your amp.
I would break a couple strings. My bad.
That's going to do it here, folks. Your final score: the Red Knights 7 and the Knights of St. Michael Albertville 1. Terrific work by our guy Patrick Lilia. He's going to be on the call in Lakeville when we have the North-South clash on Saturday night. Don't forget, Thursday night it's going to be Edina and Eden Prairie. So long, everybody.